were you designing this to be franchisable as you were writing it?
Most horror films have sequels, so you kind of have that in your DNA.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like movies where they end on a bad opening,
Like a
or
somber
ending
note.
shock. Yeah, where
Yeah.
like the survivor escapes the killer and then the killer jumps out and kills him at the
Yeah.
very last scene. Like I
Yeah.
hate those movies. But yeah, I knew the concept, if as long as, you know, and I believed in it, and I know that James Wong and Glenn Morgan believed in it, and the studio, you know, they believed in it, but they were still nervous about it. You know,
Right.
it was actually a sleeper hit. You know, it opened at like number 3, but then every weekend after started going up till it got to number
Yeah.
1. So
Yeah.
it was definitely a word of mouth hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always wrote it to be a sequel.
Yeah. Keep it open.
To have a franchise.
Yeah, and that comes around the concept. I mean, the concept can be one of those timeless concepts that carries on. I mean, Final Destination is going, I think it's going on like 20 years. Is that right? I think it came out
It's
in
20
2000.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going on like 20 years. And I think they've had, I don't know, 5 or 6.
Only 4 sequels.
4.
I wish
only 4.
No, but but I only say this as a horror fan. If you look at like all the other, like Friday the 13th and Halloween, they've all had like 20 sequels and remakes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But the studios.
I love that. I love that. That's your bar. Like I will take 4 sequels of anything I've written.
I don't want to, and I don't want to. I'm so grateful. Like I'm so grateful, but just as a horror fan, and I know the fans want more.
Yeah.
It's just the studio's been very like finicky about making more of them.
Sure. Well, that's anything. That's anything now, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, everything is kind of getting tighter, and budgets are dropping, and COVID doesn't help, and everything.
Yeah,
is
our budgets were never.
Yeah.
Our budgets were never small. The first couple were like 20, and then once it got to 3D, the budgets jumped up to around 40. So they're definitely more expensive.
Yeah. 3D always ups everything. So what kind of I mean, I think really what you and I are talking about, you know, I was thinking this was going to go in the direction of writing towards horror, but I think really what we're discussing is how to create something original that can really go, you know, like have legs in it.
Yeah.
So what are your recommendations other than writing it, other than being in an airplane and reading about a lady that escaped death on an airplane, which if that was me, I'd have been freaking out that whole flight. So. Yeah. I'm glad that you just went, I'll just put this in my back pocket, and I'd be like freaking nervous.
I think I wasn't that nervous actually. You know what, the thing is, you can always write for a franchise, but it depends on the execution. Like I've written a lot of things for franchises, and you know, they were originally picked up at a studio, but then they went into turnaround, and then they got picked up, you know, at an indie level, and they were shot for like, you know, $400,000. And so those, you know, but almost everything I write is sequelable. And I think the key to writing something that can be a sequel is just having it's really about having a concept.
Yeah.
That what I try to do with my concepts are, you know, I'm very interested in the human condition and like things that scare everybody. Like I think that's why Final Destination has such legs, is because we didn't put a face to death on it. So it doesn't matter if you're religious, if you're not religious, what your religion is, what your cultural background is.
Yeah.
You can project death that you can relate to that movie, and you don't have the barriers up of having it be specific.
Yeah.
With my movie Tamra, you know, it was about bullying. You know, it's kind of also my kind of update on Carrie, because I love Carrie. I just don't like the idea that you have to wait till the last 15 minutes for her to kill everybody.
Yeah, it is a little slow burn, isn't it?
Yeah, but I love the movie. But I was like, I want to do something, you know, I kind of want to take that concept and you know, again, that's something that we can all relate to.
Yeah, so you're talking about, because I actually mentioned this in my book. So you're talking about basically writing towards like a universal human condition.
Yes.
And so by writing about death, you're absolutely right. That transcends everything. It transcends religion and everything. Yeah. And it's coming for us all. And to work that into it's absolutely brilliant, man. I love it. And this, like Nightmare on Elm Street hits you because everybody dreams.
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
yeah, it's another one of those universal concepts. Um, I'd say, for instance, like Jason, I'd say the big appeal for him is that for me, he's always represented that unstoppable terror that we all feel could be coming for us. And I think
Yeah.
that's why those kind of work, other than the fact that you can get into like debauchery and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so that's really interesting. So yeah, developing a concept using that universal human condition is a good way to give a script legs.